So here we are, the London Marathon vlog. This is one that I've been putting off for quite a while, just because I didn't really want to go over the experience again. It was a really hard race, the hardest race I've ever done, one of the hardest things in general I've ever done. The heat was just so extreme and just so, challenging, that although I tend to enjoy a lot of the races, this was one race I really did not enjoy. It went up to 31 degrees at one point. It was very humid, like above 75% humidity, basically the entire day. And even like first thing in the morning, it was above 20 degrees, and it kind of built up slowly as the race went on. And by the end of it was set over 30, which is crazy. The event itself was good. A lot of people there. Build up to it was okay. I've been going through this sort of slight ankle injury leading up to the event, but I feel like I've done enough training before, probably just about, and I keep a fairly good level of base activity in the gym and running as well. Plus I was doing a lot of walking in the few weeks before when I was going around the UK and things. That said, as soon as we started off okay. I feel like I managed my pace quite well. I didn't want to set off too quickly. For some reason my back started hurting like almost immediately, I'm not sure why. But yeah, back started hurting, and that was quite painful for the first 3 or 4 miles, and then I think the adrenaline kicked in, and it was kind of just like a numbing pain. It wasn't too annoying, I could just kind of feel it was there. After that though, managed to maintain a fairly good pace. I think the first half of the race I was still quite naive and kind of thought, oh, maybe I could get a sub 4-hour marathon. And to be fair, I did maintain that sort of pace for the first 3 hours. It's just the last part of the race I was particularly slow. But so I managed to keep a good pace up until the first 3/4 of the race. But it was a challenge. Even the first half of the race was hard, and I just kind of wanted it to be over with. To be completely honest, I got to the half marathon point, or the halfway point, and that was one of the few moments of the race that I kind of enjoyed. There were very few moments where I really enjoyed the race, which is rare, even on training runs. But yet something quite often called a runner's high, where you just kind of get these random bursts of dopamine, probably serotonin as well. We just feel amazing, and you just loving the moment, and just life doesn't get any better. Didn't really have too many of those, because I knew even early on when I had a few of those, like at the 10-mile point and at the halfway point, I knew I still had so long to go, and I knew it was going to get harder because I knew it was going to get hotter. But after that halfway point, just managed to push on, get a few more miles in. But by mile 20, I was in a bad way, and I got to mile 20, to be fair, in a decent time, so around 3 hours. Which is really good. If I could maintain that pace, I would have got a sub 4, but I couldn't maintain that pace. It was just ridiculous, and I was really pushing myself, and it was a point where the last few miles I kind of realised, and then just getting slower and slower. My feet were really, really sore the last few miles in particular. I mean, they were quite sore the entire race, which is why I decided to buy these Vivo barefoot shoes, just because my feet felt so weak, which is really weird. I haven't had that feeling before. And I've only worn these one day, but they do seem to be quite good. I was recommended them by a few people at work, and yeah, I like them so far. I'll give you maybe another update on how I get on with these at some point. But yeah, so feet felt weak, and I was a little bit wobbly because of that. I think I was probably a bit dehydrated. I actually had a few people ask me if I was okay, which is a little bit like, would I look that bad? Did I look that unwell that you kind of had to ask? But I understand it's just people just like being caring as well. But it did kind of make me laugh, because I must look like a right mess right now. So managed to get through that, and then the last few miles were just a real slog. I was doing 12-13 minute miles. Honestly, it was slow, but just glad I got to the finish line, and yeah, glad it was over. But the recovery, I didn't feel too bad, to be fair. I was expecting my ankle to be worse, because I had the ankle injury leading up to it, but the ankle was absolutely fine during the entire race, so no excuses there. It was just everything else, and probably like a lack of energy gels, a lack of good nutrition on the day, didn't really eat much before, and hydration was always going to be hard in that race. But yeah, London Marathon next year. Don't think I've got any other events planned. Don't plan on doing anything else, but I'll let you know, keep you guys updated if I do enter another running event. But yeah, for the meantime, just focus on the gym and then get back into running. Probably sort of around January time, I'll start taking it seriously and get ready for the London Marathon in April 2024. Yeah, any questions about how the event went, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you've got any events you're training for right now, again, let me know. And yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.